any midfield action no free Kessben 93.3 live on Kessben television. Ya de bra baby a obia emobia achi eba agudie mu nsem programme eso emraso yemamu nyina kwaba eba programme eso free side become say dumienu ebebo na Alibaba Dan Kambari befa konwa ne won cry na wato aso di breaking news na abraye no yentrase na yenti agudie mu nsem kakra ma no nsem ni efi nsem Tony Montana atrase ede amano nsem no bre yen nyina bamjo line am betimi di aye adwuma no 0551599933 ano any WhatsApp line I'll with me at the messages be brave afaso at the abre money intintia na it me at the do no so abremo. Welcome Qatar 2023 qualifiers no 2022 egusua ekoso na results PM enra ene the ebebaso nyina no Tony Ababa no at the abre on the boxing stories kakra bebre Tyson Fury on the sembi atudwa Tony Ababa nyina no at the abre Diamond League and so ekoso the dende was Zurich emun sensem US Open drew level ben drew stage ben for an ekomanim ma any member nyina Tony nyina no the hunsen bebre ba Africa be head ekoso and so ewo remember her Tony sir boko
na mi aduma what you na so e
badum bibia boko pa Guinea clubs no and in fact omo enye happy especially Kamsa CL omo any Hatofuk Kavsi ombo single game e wa Accra Sports Stadium enye omo nkwa 3 clubs every Guinea and omono entimi NC akan 2 legs no I say baba kope calf I instruct say bako e de Wakria AC so e Guinea wa Wakria AC and afi club bako your friend Anglo Gold Guinea so eka home and afi Kamsa FC and so account 3 clubs na calf nemom omobonyo sukra say na beko akosi emu sensem ni Ababa no de ebrem eba o maimu ha stories be brave and so ha Ababa no de ebrem Tony yen say mrekra yen hwedo Ababa no de ebre so we
onyame adum Godfather na nso e
ngopadum bia epa
edanyame ase award winner Division 2 Middle League no say na third day.
Yeah.
And then the class no be upon the last run of games. Now game because in Future Stars, you rest United say go be a nyambai. Future Stars any Kumasi Sports Academy match no. Go be a nyambai nti 4 games no mobile.
Okay.
1 cost 3 and so ebeba nti benya judge you for more and asekem ebebo asekem ewinia straight away omo eco finance already. Almost 2 games no omashe.
Almost 6 points.
Yeah. And then so ebony any pro players ebebo NBC any Benap and Subishan when the games are oko ejuso Kessben Parker matches outdoor and also with Timmy Abaso.
Okay. Yankwe, Yanjadeko.
Yemetie for any for Quaba, Emrena son, you 2 funny and some Elcoso uncle for Ecloso. What Yanni said over Johnny and Facebook and Kessben FM on Facebook. All I can now share. I'm a BB and so at Team Akos, Yan Shasia Monane, and Fan Free Tennis, now for Yankon. I'm US Open, no, Memano so after nano pay game back when and so a team so a Novak Djokovic no and so and Matthew Berrettini a boy now I'm a 4 sets the team across Novak Djokovic and Sobomodia or really move 3 in fact first set no and Berrettini Beji try and acquire 7-5 and son from behind no Novak and so Ababodin and so Abba qualify into the semi-finals and second set no or we need 6-2 third set me 6-2 and a 4 sets no to 6-3 Novak Djokovic and son I'm watching my progress here. Ono enso eko the semi-finals of the US Open Tennis Jumedia. Ano enso eko son entinyame aduma games are ebas and nenon yebenya Felix Uga aliasem ono ene Daniel Medvedev ebebo enti Medvedev ebetwen and Felix Uga na omobi enu enso ede afeso na semi-final tuna kwakoye Novak Djokovic enso ene Alexander Zverev so ebehia enti semi-final one on ebebaso na semi-final tuna so atim abaso kama eno aye mema no the US Open yakwa man so de na yebenya semi-final one eno enso ebaso a Lela Fernandez ene aduma the other semi-final no enso ebekoso Raducanu ono enso ene Sakari enso ebo we tennis kakra sama ye de ema tiefo Any for enjoy show no our 92.9 Kessben 93.3 Kessben Kumasi Facebook no Kessben FM on Facebook. Na for YouTube so Kessben television while yen free tennis na yen to so box na Evander Holyfield at 8:52 still also in the wise Italian one the older the better say ono enso ane Victor and Belfort ebeko na said the mo so Kessben television so the atia ane say I'm say training session and course on your right Victor Belfort no a former MMA and so I'm a champion and I feel on your left and so I'm a champion about boxing party and so at imagine the Evander Holyfield you say Evander Holyfield at 8:52 dear interest and ya Oscar de Hoya kwenya COVID na ntoko also oku wa akwaji akon yente sama Evander Holyfield and so the tuja.
Well, it's obvious that also come down with COVID, and they needed somebody to fight, so they asked me, and I was trying to figure out, man, I'm bigger than Oscar now, but they said they want to fight, and I accepted, so I'm here. Yeah, training is what I do, and so I guess the big thing is, telling the young people, if you do things right, they're going to work out for you. So I feel that, you have to tell older people the same thing, because regardless of you old or young, you have to do things right. I'm
Evander Holyfield, and yet in Canada, every retirement ababeko on Victor Belfort and token you can hear and so about in fact Oscar the way so Oscar Konya COVID-19 no bisa and say oh ready so why not media ever since me training the beards media may prepare that about no and so ebeji akoya that so all boxing my fans so set as in so agranting no pipe ball back the air bro or method as media so no the man for bekin bia on phone he doesn't care about comment and make fun ho ebi mo say boxing na sikanti ana okon or so no o sika edan we say be all over nenso no ne legacy and opesoja yente smart tasin free so e de atoja.
All that stuff like defending belts and all that, it's all very unimportant. It's all the opinions of sheep. And when you're the king of the jungle, a lion like me, them sheep's opinions don't really count for too much, to be fair. I'm never going to lose any sleep about what somebody thinks about how my boxing career's gone. I've made like huge wealth out of boxing. I've been undefeated. I've won every belt there is in the game. So if I'm shit, then God knows what else is there to do more than me. You know what I mean? I've done everything. I've made millions of dollars. I've bought houses all over the world. I've made many people rich. And it just keeps going. The Gypsy King train keeps moving along, Frank. And we just keep getting better and better and better. Like a fine wine or a fine single malt whiskey. I'm just getting better.
And be piano so get better. And the sabi or say ships. And I just say or describe or more bonnet chini say or more ships and yadia. And so every my bosses to or you focus Nina no buy and none on the beauty sports intervening and effort theology but na material also any Deontay Wilder and so ebe date in October 9 for us about no and so ebe team abaso yemra soccer and Roy Keane my United legend and na no and so TV so church and Arjun bia and England ebo draw in fact 90 minutes coach in Anya change omone Poland share first go courtesy Harry Kane 90th minute no time added on and England elusu gab na e kan ko tinti match in ekwe 1-1 Roy Kane says still coach no a learning process Gary Southgate and for enyan to boase e man on de no ko so se ka coach no ebo modern na oye change genten sama Roy Kane on so the tuja
from a shot, but I think a world-class keeper would save that. But as soon as Harry pulled the trigger, I thought, it's goal, as if it was 6-7 yards out. Yeah, we were, but I think if they hadn't conceded so late, we would never mention it. Of course, when that affects your mindset and you're looking at the result. But yeah, Garrett, maybe afterwards we'll look at, maybe should have freshened things up. But also, these are lessons to be learned. Again, we all know, we watch enough football, one goal is never enough, and that kept for Poland, a little bit of quality at the end, and I think they deserve it. But again, I think it was a fair result. But Garrett with his staff might be looking and saying maybe could have freshened things up a little bit.
Roy Keane, my natural legend, no, and the Antonica, or Send our Sankana, Garza get to change now fresh legs ever. Yes, and can come on and so it's me board draw shots in Sujan, dear, Sir Gola Hurricane, baby, Gino, Timmy shoot 2-1 my bond betonet, no, or Sir Goalkeeper, no, and so ain't Timmy Anya, dear, Yanko Carrington, and Ronaldo at the Lamborghini, no, and a quoting session, my United fan back, who could Jina now, a person Ronaldo, HR selfie, my United fan, and Carrington Estate said the year show and so our Kessben television so and to call Ronaldo the Lamborghini no and no and year show or Kessben television so in Tikana Urban 0 and a team na fan watch say I want to take a selfie with Ronaldo do happy and ochemu enti fan no ekasa say jo yenti ne kakra.
Can't believe that's my dream. So basically, I follow Ronaldo wherever he goes. So basically, my first team United, and then my second team Real Madrid, and then where Ronaldo went Juventus, I went Juventus as well. So I follow Ronaldo. So that's amazing. I'm very happy seeing again back home to Manchester United. We can make it Champions League this year, Premier League as well. Easy.
All in Spain.
It's
my United Estate baby I'm training no and a fan back my United so Felice Ronaldo brutal na wadi Ronaldo achia baby Ronaldo be could be ho enti o show Ronaldo picture time and Real Madrid and now Ronaldo ko Juve no say Ronaldo ko no ono nso ko support Juve na ono Ronaldo Emma me extra picture Dolores ono Ronaldo ba penny no and so extra picture the only person aka Ronaldo nanka say mo no person Ronaldo and so etimi extra selfie enti enna oh me anka me ni betwa
emura no mo
me anka me ni betwa
ka obegina no nko agina mo ka obegina ka no obegina na wasi foma ko nwura nani mo ne na kotwa selfie
me anka me gina na me na twa ne selfie kama because dia
so na ayi ni papa
oh there be enya such but me come very positive come very positive because me who do nti na wa traveler
how do you know
no so you also try
Ronaldo better so we travel here we ogina no Ronaldo twa selfies bebrebe oni nkofo twa pictures oye bibia mo bia obitimi TC field no so na person hug oni ne bibia hwe de abrante de gina no o se onyina ka no onyina no oni twa picture
what team aba game against South Africa
team over na goal now say no
ne chance no
what mama yan
oh you betimi a show
ai
ni
Chelsea fans mo real good kakotolika ko pon ti o me akoy na ni go no share no kra nyankopon
ai enyame amago
na offense attack about say e ti win go okay
I go
no say
okay
oh yeah player but do baby
ana no odin
Manchester game no kra
Manchester do so nti sejo abeya 14 sejo me sorry no John Boateng e court this year as me see 2018 okobo ni ex-wife na ama court aton San so just with my them for 5 years it's when focus on to na mezito also so nya happy for about no so ebetime free ho na I'm Pablo Fernandez say the eba and so o fisio Emma Olympic Marseille so joka Marseille ntokwa bia mkoko en players no omoni nis no fisio no wonya 1 year ban onu so team enko babia and Antonio Rudiger Paris Saint-Germain for and any concern contract no renew na omra as a free agent
Barca we as players ni na nko PSG tizi omo target ni
Rudiger omo fan free anke be anko no so kwa beboa oko free anke be
all right beboa yo just selfie dasi obi akogina nwura no
general say
I want to take
security
nipa bonini was show so Ronaldo
or can you tell me men of kind how you know so pictures
Tony
no
security
onim de oka
Ronaldo njina ngro
hu abro so
officer Ronaldo
ni pa
no senko jina
Tony guy kasa sorry ko man kasa biu yonko
ready ya ko bojero ota obia ota le bawo
mintaino
yes man kasa biu mutu kasa me say do di ko awo kabi
okay
Utan obia tan sa.
Kwame heba so yenkwa.
General. Na wo kofi no bi gina nwura mo sese jo gina bi ntwa. Na se jo we gina.
Na gina we ka na ma ko gina nwura na no.
Nwura no se be twa because so enfo no kuta se ma cho so jo laka.
Una oye.
Una aye.
U peni pa, u doni pa.
Babi su ko echi pa.
Una ma so ye positive. Nka so asofo na man bodyguards
di obechi.
So for ko di fi ko e wa chuma.
What you make go the krame go.
Asofo fi say una ma positive. Sorry.
Keo Chaco toothpaste. Keo Chaco toothpaste.
Okay.
No so asakasa. Okay. Keo Chaco toothpaste. Aye toothpaste ubetimi de.
This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
And again, Mamintiwe, Yanko Iruka Krebi, and the Black Stars, I say more. Yes.
Okay. Well, you know, the Michel Sablon Academy, the quality aba in world football. Na meka. Players about the Belgium national team that is called the Red Devils. After 1986, the World Cup. Get closer in 2018 World Cup, beating Brazil and played in the semi-finals, lost to my friend Les Blues of France. In the UEFA League of Nations, by the Euros, no, and after huge quality of talent, still and Samfa. And the Italians no more do and to do so show more talent here more produce quality baby. But in recent times dear, and I'm the injury worry of Eden Hazard in Real Madrid and how he's struggling to live up over there. The inconsistency of Kevin De Bruyne because of injuries. Company akwa kotenachiri na say Chadley Mo and me am to the top. Toby Alderweireld and Jean Vertonghen are on their way out. The only surviving player in their 5 back they are Branty FN Courtois. International Belgium national team na nipa ba ko pe na agi din. I'm talking about Romelu Lukaku. Nana partner man say he look unstoppable. So actually in the last 1 year, and a performance or Dema Inter Milan, Edoma League for the first time in 11 years in Kwa. He was outstanding in the Italian Serie A. Even in the European competition, boy and Oman to me I need the Europa Cup. Omulusu to team a friend Sevilla. But again, Romelu Lukaku was outstanding. So in the Champions League, Oman team qualify in the group of Borussia Mönchengladbach, Real Madrid, and then Shakhtar Donetsk. But again, Romelu Lukaku did win. Onya moved back to Chelsea. No be a share you beat me. But in the first 2 games I was born again, Romelu Lukaku was outstanding, especially in the game against Arsenal. So in the last 2 games I was born Yama Belgium. In the game against Estonia and the game against Czech Republic. Said you again, Romelu Lukaku was saying in those games. In TNS, so watch a game, no, now you can't Belgium for now. Nobody talks about Hazard, nobody talks about Kevin De Bruyne, nobody talks about Azel Vessel, and no one talks about Courtois. The name is Romelu Lukaku. Now, so person who in the national setup, go back and watch the Belgium against Brazil in the 2018 World Cup. He was all over the place. On the right, at the center. Now, Roberto Martinez demanded that particular day. No, on my branch, I have friend, Marcelo, a hell of a time. And only a Juma Guswa or Bo, Edema the Belgian national team. 100 caps, 67 goals scored, And even the top players I can say you have time and check the record of Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. So I'm 100 games, you know, how many goals na no mashe Ediama omo country. Belgium intimate trophy under this talent factor, Michel Sablon Ediba, you know, from that particular academy. But a game, Romelu Lukaku is one player all time in a game. Say a bra now struggle on Manchester United. Or call West Brom, or call Everton, and Nedia, he has arrived. Now, arrival, and yet for only the teams in Europe, the team called Chelsea, but in the national team, he continued to excel. Yenya Ronaldo, Yenya Lionel Messi, almost taking European game by storm. But Omicron national team, there are times and then Lukaku only needs to win a trophy to crown his quality in the number of goals. Belgium. I totally agree. Abrantiano is unstoppable. So Robert Lewandowski or see and so also he number 9 for Munimba. Obey you on one. No, yeah, Abrantia, a friend of Karim Benzema next. But I feel Romelu Lukaku is on his way to the elite land to join the best of strikers in the world game. Marco van Basten say Donny van der Beek is not a big boy and he chose a wrong club. So there was a plan. There's a blend of football. And the total football no mun tunguda. Inti Jira Pique say openi a friend Jose Maria Bartomeu. He belongs to the West President Omaba in Barcelona. All because the idea of the total football under him the importance of the La Masia were missing. And transfers openi here no the best for Barcelona. Coaches of fine the best for Barcelona. But so they have a brand of football. Into other places, they play with a pattern. The structure is there. What be fresh up baby? Sa quality now possess it through the ranks now be there. And the moment I ask Ebeba to the top in terms of European competition, no, talent now but the Beba said you don't be at the several teams in Europe. Now I can't see your teams be the moment our boys players don't ever to the top or performing so well in European competition, no one will say I failed here. Talent ni be arrival into also on the come market in the cocoton. Into Olympic Lionel for ne Bape. No, we saw the Karim Benzema, Babe Jessica. No, we saw the Florent Malou, the Babe Jessica. Said Dortmund for ne Bape. No, we saw the Dembele and Christian Pulisic. And it did Sancho Babe Jessica. That is what they are.
Omienu nyina nipa mienu amuhunu omo ewo Kessben TV bamcho na amuhunu wo YouTube se Facebook so na wo hwe Kessben FM Facebook na wo hwa ka ho na fa answer no koto YouTube sisi na yenchewade
Ronaldo say no wanche ntie ne wakambom.
Oh sir
na oche 40 cedis credit
ntie na say 2 yenfa money pa ko
ntie wa betwa no
wa obetwa no
o say ono o the 14 nyina
there be mo prepare ba ko kan ho
sir
me pese be 14 be man pa ba ko baby Ronaldo di ababa e bechem 2 na ya another one account
okay
yeah
okay
so just say
matuwa
ba ko ye be wie program na
de no
so aba na say ne mo 40 cedis credit nko na odi agu u phone so okay and the results no ebeba sisia chairman eso Ejuso constituency chairman MPP chairman eso mechiao be awobia mechiao pa na odi message via by some year 10 from the entire Bretio family mo a child room and then this year back mo nuam bibia mo last born if you catch my miss Mrs. Comfort or say entry we tutor our KNUST basic school and then your birthday catch my miss Mrs. Comfort or say entry chairman Esu also mo catch eno Bretio family ni nyina wo a child room also mo wish you happy birthday. We wish you a very happy birthday. May you age with grace and wisdom, and may you continue to be head and not the tail. Catchy, Mami Sewa. Please enjoy your day. We, if your family now, we wish you happy birthday. All right. We have a mamu na kwaba about programming.
Good morning.
So we are here.
Onyame adomaye. Insunu gusu egugu ntie wiemu yedin. Make it
you don't look cheerful.
Oh, sir. And none in a nation.
And none so on them. When you want to do so,
and none make it so. Hey, what I could
what's our going? Oh,
that's a kind of idea.
Who's a just make what I want to do. Nowadays,
what's how could you be?
Some quad did all.
Some day in 1 acre.
Did all.
Is it with you?
No credit. Open baby, a whole assume your hopa, when you can order. I just come. Yes. Yeah, quite young to pay. This is also. And again,
you know,
Mammy shall be over fan of pay.
Okay.
Timovena. The miss no.
Aye.
Who think Uncle Papa? Aye.
No, almost.
This was the first hour.
I almost Ronaldo so I been in and I won't Ronaldo so then.
Oh, sir.
I almost Ronaldo so I been in
Messi fans, no.
I almost Ronaldo I be. So I crossing it from right. Be him say Obiana.
Eba Timovena Mubian Cap Ronaldo.
And almost say Timovena crown in the last 2 games no shot 3 goals. Into Chelsea were picking 4 into Mfanisa. Oh,
Nigoli or share against Iceland. Okay. We good.
Said you know Ronaldo say yeah better have on about so watch 100.
Go we share that guardian ko to net say na say any go no. Oba nko no bit ma say.
Tapping omo no na Ronaldo mo cheno.
All right.
So Bob Brana ubi a we see abrosan. Ordinate dantia ordinate single room che. Now we are now Bob Brana so do single room acha. Yenya ye twas we doko. Ben afen no benti shouldn't be missing those chances.
Did you know yeah Germany for in 3 games or match at 12. Omun consider now call many momu bose. So omun national team na yi and amanono ya catch on so omunya ise bono. Because omun World Cup no omun kudru quarter final unkushia Armenia. Unkushia Iceland. Unkushia Liechtenstein. It is also sa ukasa countries see 4 boom. Na sa osha 12 and just ultima yi. And so you be go back near share countries Germany actually in recent times after winning 1990 and the last time we almost saw go money mass but at the quarter final stage matches or my bonnie they share the games are handsy flexible why improve team over now why improve letters and comparatively to working low games and all but these players were not scoring 4 said the eternity anti flick yejuma Griezmann and Barcelona supporters not catch any say unchany no one few or koka say the tin on the family ni energy home say the be our pese gunachi oba let go na supporters and say oh nka new beginning there otimi trinity na nkomope okotwa ni ti no we no dey to say the best place for him Wanda Metropolitano and Griezmann so nsema odi atudwa no we are Franco Crawford no no border against Poland omo de gugari sagit so omo ntiate se Poland for beteka no now coach na anye changes omo ntiase
the first 11 and about 90 minutes
but say you
hey coach the coach be be can was
I said you don't know the omo dura omo man all the superlatives
also be a role of the man or born come obi anyam from so be a just the person obi aya no oye was still an one it
say baby omo do omo nation na dunu say you so tia say omo sha kasefo no kan na nka ye be kan bi ama Gary Sagit kakra ba na omo she Germany ene omo she team sakese no enti baby England na sesi omo gina yie previous years no and say yo omo nim say World Cup e be born 2014 say a car favorite and if we are to be honest yentime more 3-4 countries are more England they so me favorite for the particular championship internet they belong to the elite and where the elite stands now Macau has Brazil for Chile 1-0 Omani Munina almost city team federal so that is where they belong
okay yati Awal Mohammed at saying
Nyamiadum Seju Nyamiadum
Nyamiasi
Nyamiadum
yeah shahin anopai
Amaju Pinnick Akasa. Amaju Pinnick, oh yeah, Nigerian Football Federation.
Okay.
Se kazi bia uko Nigeria muketo krekuno. Wakasa na obo ne Super Eagles mranti na basu. Se yo 2 days ago na mebe ye Hussam El Badri Sakeno.
Yeah.
Just and so within 48 hours, Omo appointed Carlos Queiroz. The Egyptian Football Association are appointed Carlos Queiroz, formerly of Portugal national team work. Why assistant to Sir Alex Ferguson Danti? Yakoba yebeheni profile no near Juma Wayeda. And Sejo Yusuf Neiseri, a Moroccan international. Usina kai was Spain, was Sevilla. Na Sejo Kuwakra tabia ni dindi La Colina de Levion. Eddie Atuja said he's been a long-term target for Arsenal. Almost El Arsenal no piede de vista and Neiseri. So Sejo Ukoba.
Oh, okay.
And US Open, so and also another teenager has passed through to the semi-finals. And Opeyan so Matteo Berrettini fall to Novak Djokovic. Sejo Ukoba.
Oba ebe sa area so nyina. Fofie mpacho answer no correct. Picture of the day no monsa mfa meto TV no so biom. No correct. Watcha but baby adeko fire no Fofie memfa ma. Haruna Yusuf any George Kennedy. Now remember say one guy say we see how one year now one guy on. Oh, Haruna Yusuf did Kennedy.
Just Kennedy new way.
Who busame?
You know. Nothing you know, we send it with me there.
Okay. But we now Russell the American.
But you still it's difficult.
Wow, how do I see John Kennedy? It's difficult. Wow. Okay. Into more, I'm fans. Mickey, we now no fan the team race here YouTube. One in nine. Then the kai more monitor or YouTube in that. Then the kai or honom say mubehu na and also more than wasam aba. Nanadu, the chair baby will be Nawe. Good morning. Naru.
Yes, sir.
Nanadu. George
Mekasa
Nanadu. Boga Nanadu. George. Okay, metri wachiri.
So
Nawe. Okay. We are moving mechiamu.
Nawe I mean no crew through.
Onwa.
Oh, I see.
On was on a
oh, okay.
Boss.
Nanadu, is it Colorado in the US?
Okay.
No, but now we know.
Okay.
But now we who is our guy.
Brutal. And Chavia Mobia. Yes. Nothing and was. Yes, I hear no pain.
Oh, say you, say. Asante kwa si wa interview kakra achirechire nema bebre ni so mze de adwen beto so anase de ano beto ensem ni bi mu ba ko a me catch him attention here when he said say right dreams for it my transfer 2 players I fetch him about 300,000 USD euros and why not Asante Kotoko with a bigger brand now or make a reference to the affiliates more Denmark. I would be interested in that. Me compare na just opposite with Kotoko so partnership with Sunderland. What are the Southampton. What are the potential benefits a bit to media bread Asante Kotoko as a football club. We no free honoma. House of Folk countdown
before the House of Folk countdown. So Osaka Simbi or to GFL and I say advise GFL.
Yeah, there was several things. Ubet Menyesika they are running Ghana football, especially.
One was a Indigenous Canfa running any sponsors.
Any sponsors.
Indigenous Canfa clubs and na FA and Kazanema Hodopi.
Yeah.
Now Ochiro Mkwaya Mafaso Menyeska.
Yeah, I think maybe Kate bit me adopting na on the Nabeka the marketing team. Maybe we'll look at that. Of course, he talks about the fact that Kotoko will need an addition of between 5 and 10 players. Addition 5 to 10 players. You know, last season Kotoko signed first window 9, second window 3, 12 players within the season, and this season they are looking at between 5 to 10. Until we look at the project and all that, see players may be disappointed. There's a lot of things that are not revealing. And another two until we look at all those things.
Kotokone Al Hilal, they this sick, they busy COVID problems, no. No, I had the
okay, Nwadibu.
Is it Nwadibu?
Nwadibu.
Match the Nwadibu. Oh, okay. One. And Amazon.
Yes.
Oh, okay. But see 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Nkrofo 2 years.
Yeah.
Chic Diana. 6 Diana Nkrofo.
No Dibu.
no di mu. Okay. Okay. The me sure say no na makoto skapa. The make on just
me too say
matches now say FA matches in Bibria.
Yeah.
On bet me
say like probably he's looking at Sebia and Kofubinya chance actually games digitally. To Sebia Kotokoni no Adibo no. I think me 15 cities.
No, you know we are 15 cities but
until now person when you see.
But yeah the man. But the Americans say omo mutua sika ni nyina. Me sure say
definitely the money goes to Kotoko.
Na Americans say.
Until maybe obetumi achire.
We have views
yeah.
Danon kwa match 90 ma no views aya afeze na ho no
yeah
ndi me sure say ho no disca break otokopa
yes so obviously you can sell that idea to Ghana Football Association maybe omonsusu akekombe issue na some of the matches in Crofire digitally don't forget say there were contractual issues because start times and so almost sell the digital aspect called obi wa ultimate subscribe only digital on his phone start times. Now what you are only for
young come
go into all those things. Because has obviously now it's become clear has Enko Omunko or the Guinea for Kamsa game no until we look at the preparations of House of Oak and how they can maximize the situation. As we speak, to be very honest with you, Sana and I are working. Ne ene House of Oak. Game in be any 20% or 25% or maybe 40%. They need to start exploiting ways of making the games available to people as they pay and then watch it on their phones and on their tablets.
All right.
Football results no your field no so you also need financial results.
Measures are areas no and so into jams here no bia semano. Kuma se sante kotoko Kofi Ntojan ni nua pani ekem na ya omuna samwa okay mu no mo ambeja no boa no kwan bebre so no so do bia si na yakopon enhye manem. I invited you guys but you couldn't make it, so let me see my nsawa, otherwise Ntojan the message you have brother.
Otherwise what? You've lost your voice.
Yes.
You've lost your voice, Kofi. Yes. Don't lose your voice. Otherwise what?
Koka FSMB. Yes, but unse guachi. Achechire. Yeah, but see ya na bia.
This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
General.
Yes, sir.
Before I'm not giving up.
OBC, please, I want Newton to analyze Fatah Mohammed in the Ghana game. Fred and Adiwe Abre.
General,
yes. Okay.
Fatah Mohammed, very excellent player. Ni profile no General yana hard to come by, but yana mususu o weakness and so Marcelo of Real Madrid and pass the ball crown okonim. Yenya more kick off no na okonim, but the system caters for space now obija wo chino. These are the sort of players you talk about somebody like Abeloa, of formerly of Liverpool, and they all thriving halfway line. But the Jumas saw you anymore, Obiba Yashim, one Bissaka of Manchester United, or deficiency up front in 20 min ko Ebasa Obiba Yashim. Fatah Mohammed, good player or con anymore, but our Banachia recovery process, yeah, now a bit lethargic. And so, General, first of all, Yankaya won't say the reason why the day you airborne 9 for Blastano, General, as at now, Minyan Tiasibia. Number 2. The associate Saji Tumbi say as Mojan goes and Oshama Blaster and then the plate is so. There were goals near connected from distance and so US goals and Oshitiomo. And your boss and you're sending what in his speed, energy, and the power are connected to no defining the real definition of a striker. But the day you on Timmy M movie. Sabonu even 50-50 they didn't even movie. But those were the years General. Not Jan will go for those balls. Jordan you a similar thing. Maria Honomo. Oba in Finfiwa and Raya Bolomoti and your Bawakasu. Typical says for 2. It's been my problem. At the end of Lomote for 20 me from Mount. A bite, aggression and that's a great.
say injury obi nye ball and I say add even the offensive side of a midfielder a foot to be the lomoto here na broso. 2 a foot to serve as the focal point, the target man in the box for all crosses of us folk this season IND. So share about 5 goals in unity. So even at the time when you creativity, the crosses bar a foot could have been effective or partner our casua, but I still lomoto here. I didn't know lomoto here. General foot to me here and for attack and crank count. But these are my questions. The real problem of your team in general is transition to the offensive area. Say opponent na buy so ya yire ho ya ball na yeso so ye corner so ye ntimi kon kudu box no na ya ball no kom. Very sad. Very, very sad. And sign out the defensive recovery. Na fata udino abamu kakra bi ohodom. Quickly let me enco screen so how CK set it up. And even at some point meaning say anytime biana where your structure and the 4-2-3-1 was so much consistent. 4-2-3-1 lomote ebegina chiri family ewa from yayabua and then of course the day you mobile that system metamorphosis into the 4-4-2 and that is what you see on your screen. At the end of South Africa close it down the central spaces and now who screen is and the basa you winning possession. Now I've talked about that. You winning ball we couldn't progress. Yeah, mobile now to actually and then or you may offside, and that is what you see on your screen. We had transitional issues. Say I just want a few opponents and when you did drive Yako. Generally, we had a couple of issues in that system. Now, Osha screen is why anytime Biano, we had a system a bit tough for ball, especially when we don't have the ball. It be who screen is now the setup is that Ghana and defending the same shape and who the 4-2-3-1 and know what screen is one thing is that Ocean so can see a pie the strength and our system with me boy me a jibon already free the position or based on the fact say you buy a chair ya never sit deep and so the 4-2-3-1 and Asario KBM screen is this system will change into 4-4-2 our bra family ever anymore sometimes 4-1-4-1 with Lomote as a lone pivot now we just for the not the day you in a lead line yet a banner South Africa no for into me for and you're in possession deep into our own zone by Yajibo and general how to even move another circumstance another restart and a Ghana who was screening so they were forced to send high balls and long balls into our area but some see the ball it was the main recurrent problem not blasters a war against South African and you're not playing against a top-notch quality ABT Germany or anything. This is a 4-2 now the double pivot. Now the roles are that Wakasu drop your by Sheba be a Gideomensa. Now allow Gideomensa to offend. And the shape is so nice. A basa structure no air juma. We were consistent, but be a yebo bono. We want to attack. Now that is South Africa shape without about 4-2-3-1 with a double pivot and a 3 jina the strike energy. And what you realize in say generally the ball I'm saying you lose possession. That is once again. This ball was switched down the flank to Yayoboa. Yet Ntimian could do baby and a moving possession on Modeba. And that is when Fatau position general or be raised by so Fatau ne flank corner no nipa 2 and overload but Fatau is nowhere to be found because or defending within the corridor. So inside that corridor he had somebody to cover him but the nipa 90 block bono. Now you realize there's a man in blue tower and that is Percy Tau. At the time na general ora boxing no only Gideon Mensah and ora boxing. So at this point, South Africa 2 strikers and they get into your area. Can we say we can't cater for these guys? Yet on no day this ball at Tumu and a referee put a now general, let's analyze the ball we are offside. And I say you're offside. I'm posting the too early. So you set up like this, no position at the ball not to net. This is a clear onside. But referee the ball we say at the chair. Opembono di tumu Percy Tau. Look at the height. Check the height of Jonathan Mensah and Alexander Juku. Yet Opembo we say Percy Tau, the shortest attacker of South Africa team. Opembo we say the two net. Where was Ofori? The game reading ability and the awareness concentration levels are dropping to 0. So on the ball we in between 2 centre backs and the two net. But referee say and yes, I have opportunity.
Clean.
clean goal.
Clean pa.
Yes. Referee in the chair. But be a Quebec say Ketia, Quebec say Patrice Mosepi, or DTA. But na sa so and ye Jamayen.
So
Kessi baby a Mosepi out.
Referee in Boano Africa CAF president.
Yes. But if FMB and ye Jamayen. That ball was a goal. So, like I said, central spaces were closed down for Blaster, South Africa. But general, the advantage of closing the central spaces were diabetes transitive quick. Yet you win the ball and I said you
no one now coaching it because as a World Cup qualifiers as a VAR.
Yes.
World Cup qualifiers a VAR.
Some person can tell you I say. As I said, Bam said,
go sales mindy.
Clean.
Oh, no, assassin.
Because my countries be our multi-media facilities. Because some countries you can't afford it. In
the long run, go away, bet me about affect you more.
Yeah.
It do be a tight, you know more. Go away once and beba at some point.
Okay.
It be a beginning into young far much importance and place on that goal. But they coach that. Now, General, look at something. Bonnie Crowfory, you perceive Pieko. The ball is, we are in possession. I mean Ghana, but how to even exit? Very tough. Until the Ofori Bay and so bubble boom. Now call back to goalkeeper. Yet you recover ball. It was a big problem. I was seek a structure our building. You bet my whole quania win a ball. No, you better recover ye. Yet general say the issue. So that is the 4-4-2 you see on the screen once more. And centrally, it's also close to all spaces. So South Africa they're very tough. They were forced to switch down the flanks. But I couldn't call Fatal who are going to the bar. This time it's Gideon Mensa area and I'm also switching. And you better win possession from Crawford because the system catered for ball recovery rather than transitional play. Especially when we are in possession. So even at the time I win the ball in Puno, look at the pressure South Africa and they've always forced us into making errors. Now General, I analyze the game, no making errors once from this particular position, 42 plus meters distance and a door for the ball in term. Now look at the structure of your defense, or Baba ball South Africa for Ghana for
Pahonsima Edionu Enkuno Pepe Mamuna Kwababium Eba midfield action Kessben 3.3 live Kessben television live Ewo Enkrai Kessben 92.9 we have for chance yemba banzemu kakra na fe yemra efie mehede kosonso ofie. Please Andy, has Ronaldo taken your girlfriend or wife? Someone missed a clear chance, and you are saying people said Ronaldo missed the same chance. Are you telling us now you believe in what people say and that you have no? Oh, come on. Okay, Mr. King Jasikan and the we are brave. I didn't know them go for and I oh kawabra chance a branch and I'm missing the can was some say. Extraordinary panel on fire. As always, greetings to you all. Big ups to my man, Andy Kem. But say, please, where is Marie Jata? Marie Jata, Joe, are Asante Kotoko players giving contracts at all when they sign for the team? If so, why should management sign between 5 and 10 players at the end of every season? Do the players' contracts end at the end of every season? Upon anyway, a free amount from, and so a brave. My usual way in venture to later about messages no so we Heartful fans are much delighted with CAF's decision big time. God bless Mamadi Adumboya, and indeed he's a Phobian. Hi to Honorable Joe Gate, former railways minister. And he came by 6 minutes. I'm wrong when I'm from Raman on Kakra. And then Pacific and Dorso Chairman on it.
Okay, Martin. In the last 3 tournaments after Germany winning the World Cup in 2014 for the first time in 24 years, Omoji after France Beckenbauer the Omoji in 1990, tournament bi o mako bia
before so beto aso no we crank count time no macho Monfa Lukaku sorry Timo Werner the chance now Messi against Iceland no yensan hwebium na and he came comment na on the buy say nko say Ronaldo say same chance no na fi
say bi da na say bi da
or say Ronaldo say chance no or say no inti no minima de kontia okoka asase no e no bi be ka say Abranti nna nko wa ya de we ka o say Ronaldo ngofo say Ronaldo say the same.
So just a great to me say bi sir.
And already now almost say Ronaldo no on can positive thing be about Ronaldo.
No so o tiedo no muka.
Positive thing.
Yes.
Na say do na no.
Nti na chance aba.
No these are facts.
Obeso chance. Mo ma yenhwe Timo Werner goal no say.
Isi asama ba na eka.
Yenhwe. Mo hwe chance we. Mo hwe Timo Werner. So just say mo hwe chance we pa mo hwe on hwa dia Abranti yaye. Mo Kessben TV, WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube. Anything come on for her say the Abranti sends say ka ka wasem. Chance we pa say ansana. Oh referee I know how be na go was maba. Ba ya is go for say
so you see your kwan the argument in so dia any kroma ubia say penalty en kan bi ubia say chance papa en kan bi bibia o football bi against dia ba no ne aka say dia ba Timo Werner
but who is applauding Timo Werner for squandering the chance
one can was
I said you Timo Werner boss na me na me answer eno na me answer
yeah per comment was that
chance me answer no
afi na be answer
me eno na me de ma no me say who to Timo Werner say chance am nyesho so class o be kan ho asem because the biade a o ya ne say o say chance and then Timo
no question me can make
and I'm saying Timo Werner no he just synonymous in squandering of chances. Chelsea oba mu team adwuma oba be pa so say chances me bo amuka
nti eze nka oka we
no I'm saying and I'm not applauding him
oka say eze nka oka
and I'm saying that I'm not applauding him and a headlines now je one kasa me expand
that's how many clear say friends say Ronaldo no da bia na so open bibi minim say I kofi mun team ase o ma Messi fans no chance ade ti say Ronaldo dey be dem bia chance bia obenya bia obeka no bibi
I agree with you because probably as a pass comment and on the Timo Werner then Ansana or drawing Ronaldo no we say it's a journalism so it is also not wrong to choose a position. The position is say no defending. If you go to defend, that's journalism. You take a stand and you defend it.
Yes.
And that's exactly what is done.
Okay.
No problem. Say you Timo Werner say no person say even great like Ronaldo, it me say into a nya de enwa.
Nti on kasa no nya sa man for say.
Say no mark can no dada.
All right. Yo. Into we ha na mad na de.
I said na guys me here no. Timo Werner there. The na make an headlines. Any expansion na mema.
Okay.
Me see a man for Ronaldo asebi. The Timo Werner say na nyare. And do the issue about me Peru. Ona no share 101 goals man fans wa. Sir Franco Kraka say fans abdia ma Ronaldo ni. Edi ebi na me. Sir Franco kan wa. He's a huge fan of Ronaldo. Asembe Ronaldo a share waje ball from center ko kapu na me so tapu in na. The whole year na America.
Okay.
And they do mean go off from what Ronaldo does. He is a proper tapping merchant. Because so is so. Born on Ujinapo no akatu. Ejuma oyan.
Ronaldo.
Oh, yes. The first half of Ronaldo was a complete Ronaldo. Into ko hwe Michael Essien ko de ne fa so Chelsea ne Man United.
Two goals now share dying numbers of game.
16 No, 16
Mr. tapping.
Na ye katumwa. He was just within that area. One of the last time we saw Ronaldo
pull out that bar was suspended who
was inside the area. Yes. Video Nimra. One of the last time we saw Ronaldo scoring outside the box. One of the last time we saw Ronaldo taking players on before scoring. Ronaldo goes to
but let's be fair, Andy, you know, football, like all sports, you know, based on your strength and everything, you know, the athleticism must be there. And Ronaldo has done that. And or do certain level or transition or go through transition.
I've said that too.
Into the energy. And then no man know use first time the day, you know. Obviously, you don't expect the same energy level one or the most important thing is all turn up goes if you know. and goes no first or Sheffield outside. So if he's the strength and everything will not allow him. Now he position himself in such a way so get to the goals. I think that deserves some credit. At 36, no, Bobola do 90 minutes. Nasla or energy and concentration to score 2 goals. To score 2 goals at the end of the game. Joe, I think that OPT at the optimum level, high level, because the 36 it does say do Berman also Bobby no Sako Transi. Give me yo. But Ronaldo Bowie, still I do Satam not as energy. And the concentration now between that you go now. Do I think extraordinary athlete?
Part of play, it was 2 goals in there.
Part of the construction.
My goose, none of them.
Yes.
Goncalo good as Mona, you man.
When Rooney is yet to be 36, or retire Jane Homiachi.
No, it depends. Dinosaur at the 41 was at the World Cup finals. It depends. Dinosaur at the age of 41 was in the World Cup finals. Daniel Alves at 38. Yes, Daniel Alves at 38. Daniel Alves at 38 is flourishing at international stage. No, Ronaldo, I'm not saying he's afraid. At his first part, he was taking on players. Intina Meka say, a kind of Michael Essien fast was Stadio Lusniski in 2008. Obi Anko back on Korea. He was taking defenders and deleting defenders with ease. But then they were doing a tap-in merchant. He scored inside the area. And these are facts. No one can deny that. Ronaldo goes out. Go and watch Angry versus Portugal. In just 6 minutes, he was the man of the match. And these are facts. I'm saying that he scored inside the area. And I'm here
but Andy, let's be fair. Let's be fair. How many strikers and they share more goals outside the box than inside the box? How many strikers and they share more goals inside the box than outside the box? Or how many goals in the whole world and they share more outside the box than inside? Most goals are scored inside the penalty area. I mean, let's be honest. Anything that's also outside the penalty area na is spectacular. Yana omupe adjective to describe those goals, no? Because ordinarily in Kabo Wekibo na could do and Sanawabo. But what to me boss shot, long distance for 40 yards, say, then people will find adjective to describe it.
There are people who scored inside the area by taking players on.
Ronaldo can take place.
Oh, the way they are still here. And there are people who score inside the box by tapping in to 2 different things. Obi better try one from
Ronaldo tapping Yakuba Igbenimune.
That's what he does.
Don't call them tapping.
I'm saying that he scored just within that zone.
Ronaldo has scored. How can you call someone who has scored 55 plus free kicks? First player to win Puskas Award. And mind you, your Messi has never won that before.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about Messi.
Okay. And Nanado, we free Kwame Kura apa Kura pa Jamasi. All right. Yeah, man for started bo. Minkaso bi am ati o de kire wa bi me attack.
No, sir, attack. I'm turning my videos ni Ronaldo goes.
And the videos no am I.
I'm surprised they are not giving us.
I no be defending.
Mama yenhwe goals.
Ronaldo say video ni ma now say nyabutre.
You don't know what is happening over there. You don't know what is happening over there.
The German national team. Yeah, the German national team no. So after struggling in the 2018 World Cup, UEFA League of Nations failed, and the last tournament, no being some good record against the 3 Lions of England. But unfortunately, England for to make sure free, and everybody thought say it was an end of era for Joachim Low and his team. Almost body from 2004. So they also changing the face of the diamond shaft, and then the German national team, and almost say Hansi Flick Emra. So Hansi Flick by said during the games was shot 12 goals yet to concede. Nana Germany almost some can say the national team na ye. Now the World Cup no more the next season next year no obi an watch out for Germany. So the World Cup no ultimate to no matter the squad omo de beba no omo tournament but they are just like Ghana. So it is not easy just underrating Germany. In recent times, and in all major tournaments because it was a proper end of era. Now, Joachim Low advice, Manono advice or them more say, okay, World Cup, you are not going to meet Iceland, you are not going to meet Armenia in the quarters, and you're listening to now into again. If Germany Some person will be a showcase more beer who's on team no. And through the level of betting they tag you almost one of the favorite for the World Cup in 2022 I remember in Qatar. Said you it was some make it sure. So I'm be battle with the very best of nations perform in the world game. And I agree with Ayman Onoya. At the World Cup quarterfinals, oh yeah lucky to say the year lucky. Every year United States of America in 2002 at Germany show you are good to go. But you can go back and check. In 1994, it was Bulgaria Hristo Stoichkov. In 1998, it was at the Croatia team and draw pick with double suka Germany frame. And in 2006, I brought host to World Cup and no one say they met their boogie nation in the Squadra Azurisa and repel on Alessandro Del Piero Mubesi BBM at the Malmo. Again, in major World Cup teams say Germany are free munina and in recent times even in the air Euro 2020 in England you are free. And it's a tournament the whole person you need to prepare against the cream de la cream and the very best of nations. Say teams here maybe boy said you show European teams here. The cathedrals are making me perform at the World Cup stage. European nations set me at the World Cup on 12 times no. And very real see a World Cup any of the cathedrals or member. You been in 1994 England for non-qualify, and the last time Italy for 90 be unqualified. But such a World Cup qualifiers are born or CONCACAF, or had the born or Comebol, now had the born Africa. I feel said the European one is very easy. Amidst these nations are able bono because I know near Kagana there. So what check Ghana teams here you born in area. Yes, sir. After so betting me qualify from the group, no, the very best of teams will be grouped. Now I sign an abo and I qualify with Timiako. But in Europe, upon all these nations are Omudi Romuno. Said you, teams are Cassian and Yan Ketuano or Munyadiano. In Tiabasa, easily you can qualify to the World Cup. But again, you need to prepare so well and make sure. So certain players within a performance be consistent now kwa ometimi abomodin. Intina make us a Hansi Flick has improved Timo Werner within the side in the last few games that he has played. Leroy Sané called Bayern Munich no. They need a from him but in the national team Oba Heroes so now starting from bench. But in the last few games under Hansi Flick, he is scoring, he is creating, and our chest and the talent now need him and one or bringing it to bear. It's Germany following in their standard. They shouldn't measure their standard against Armenia and Iceland. Griezmann own Trinity in Barcelona and also there be own chada because Nebusian phone in us the Tine Gunechino, Sano Mopes in Tinaye. 2 years in Barcelona and Koye and Abranti and Japanese so Obesa come back because we free and no tabayano. Now on a world class player. But Obabe ye Juman that Diego Pablo Simeone no. Said you a how no achieve ni bibia. Until say the best played for him. Any baby a wakako PMCC here. Barcelona supporters nedwa because nipa ni bebre ka say nitininka ontwa na wantie. But the moment oko PM e wa Atletico Madrid supporters ne say ontwa niti na onfanya a new start, a fresh start no. Obia hu Griezmann na say the one here untimi identify Griezmann. Nitina ne gu na chi no watwa for a fresh start in Atletico Madrid. So check the number of goals, 94 goals in 180 games or the moment. The BR he performed so well at Atletico Madrid. Uti Enrique Cerezo, the president of team FN Atletico Madrid in someone kind said never had supporters never welcome now. At long last, supporters now welcome no and Griezmann are the omope. At Atletico, said he played the Champions League final twice. Europa Cup and winning the Spanish La Liga in 2013-2014 no actually Diana Griezmann again in the national team now in struggle to say they all struggle in recent times. The position are not open no he was allowed to play and again in Barcelona you can say more from the right want me and deliver but Atletico Madrid obviously he will play behind the main line. He's a proper auxiliary and I think say per his style of play. The coach you're coaching or Atletico Madrid is a typically defensive type of a coach. In the French national team again, a defensive type of a coach, but in Barcelona it was all attacking. Into on the right side, I know I'll struggle. I agree with him. Said the perfect play for him and for his game, a Wanda Metropolitano, and Diego Simeone will get the best out of Anton Griezmann.
Salah Maxima. Mama na be Messi Ronaldo argument no messages no one na aka so. Andy, I was about backing you on a Werner issue, but you spoiled there again. Do you want him to still shoot from long range like a 24-year-old? Come on. Or a player is awarded 3 goals when he scores from afar. Dribbling from post to score and tap in are all 1 goal. The hatred is becoming real. Salahu Maxima. Daudi Abba, I don't know. Mami Kosafu Kantanka Accra. Andy Kemp's argument has fallen flat. I'm not a Ronaldo fan, but this one, the Safu Kantanka, the way for Accra Airport Residential Area, Accra, and now the Abre. Lawyer Dumakun. Good morning, Joe. It's obvious Andy is obsessed with Ronaldo. Lawyer Dumakun, I don't know. Nanaya Ponsa, you're talking about the amount of a certain team has gotten when they transfer their 2 players. Kumasi and Tikotokotu have gotten same, but you denied some players to play abroad when the offer came. You let some people go absolutely free and deny some. That will fetch us Antikotoko cash. Anefi, Kandahar, Sunyai Zongo, that would buy, and so no. Marijata,
General,
na Abranti Bibusa so wahin. Mini,
Maba. General,
Simon Numberson.
Enum.
Yeah, they
come share Morino. Young weekend. Over 1,000 game. Enumina Meramiana.
Wing down.
Okay. Over 1,000 game at Tiasa Solo. Now talking about AS Roma and Benfica, or more 1 bracket, but within that bracket, there's been Madrid, Inter Milan, Chelsea, and of course, big other clubs like Jose Mourinho are foul. But at Benfica, and also the seeds of greatness, and started at the time I'll be replacing Japan Kings. Joe as a vet, the catcher and says, he can niho. Squad necessary in debt be any ho and an investment necessary in the at this point, and that of a fresh start. Not just say Mourinho your attacking manager general all free and will be Robson in Evanga I say from Barcelona Abba and yet Daniel Jumanamano for a team of 6 successive seasons, not trophy Cromo will be soon. Yet or the Jumanama the then 37-year-old Jose Mourinho. But general, I will talk about 3 things from Jose Mourinho. The first one at the longevity. General manager no Ediamaye in world football 21 years. The second thing I will talk about style and identity. Well, you know up here Diego Simeone Mababeshem trying to create a style revolving around defensive elements, but Jose Mourinho was the man who was started in the modern era. And the third one, I'll talk about the personality. Generally, the personality, sometimes the issues kakraba on any players in the team with regards to the management. But talking about these 3 things, I feel 21-year career Jose Mourinho Diama world football. No, he has a general boy kakra about this particular man. Success and yet constant. A bit me on and off kakra, but staying in the top level game for a long time. The club our coach here, we can say is cry be a Benfica and AS Roma. I can was many Unia and our Portugal manager no stay on top of the game no actually, and we've been saying it. Even though our Benfica on your 54.55% winning rate, not no the lowest, but Osmenti BB something like a legacy or moving on. A Real Madrid now general on your 71.9% winning rate in Puno. Yes, I can talking about 71%. Our FC Porto and also on GBB Kessien Adimomo. In terms of Chelsea and Inter Milan, 67-62% win rate respectively, and the manager Naya. This particular weekend, our 1,000 game in career general start here, and I think as I say, you reminder he started with top managers be at this point. Oh, show more game more. Fergie Wenger, David O'Leary back in 2000, or the Leeds United edited or Premiership. Obaka Goran Eriksson, another manager, Ancelotti, the other so game Alberto Zaccheroni, another manager, Jose, and then start here. Javier Lurita. These are all managers. Hector Cooper, long list, but he's still in the game at the top level. General Omeki, great impact. Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Ebeshia. It's been a very good thing talking about these 2 players, General. And already know on my teammates or the national side and on more club side. What we need to anticipate and understand and they say definitely Baku game be impacting negatively on the other one. for Ronaldo cut to the left wing or for to striker position or Bruno about tenor, they need to complement each other. But a Juma can say a daho adema manager the impactor a daho. 2 the tactical consequences. Baku game should fit the other one. But the end I want to say during the European qualifiers. Portugal share 22 goals general. And we 11 young Crofo and a share. Nemo break 11 down. Ronaldo share 10. Bruno share 1. None of them and they sustain a yonko. But we are talking about a chemistry that has to happen and exist in Manchester United colours. General, I mean, instead going ahead, make debut together. I think Ronaldo making a debut now, more starting alongside Bruno. We would have more to say, but definitely, we set pieces, penalties now, free kicks. You can't want some in open play. Baku game very impacted the other one, no general.
I'm on for feel board working. We are aware.
Board work no scenario nice.
Board work no. Yes.
But I see Lewandowski in Hurricanes is here with board work.
Okay.
Poland and England, 2 strikers make great impact. Hurricane go no or score from a very tight situation. But Lewandowski creating that asset with even a back to the creator now. What's Hurricane position now generally on person Ketuabi. Analyze the situation. I'm gonna check it to analyze the situations. Hurricane and in possession of the ball. Or share by beer, a dark noir, a 2 options pen or but analyze the situation. You have about 4 players from Poland and so that option is closed. Or shall I see her? There's a square pass over to me a jato, but the risk of the pass and also a match danger. So general umbo play and now talk about the back 4 in existence or boxing. So these are blocks I can say even who take it this particular on. Now talk about Baby Onunu Krabono. There are about 4 players in a general. But this is where we talk about composure, technique, power, and then the vision to pick a goalkeeper from 45 yards. And that is Hurricane. Unyane says so Africa, Ghana, the America. The born of England, no general also analyzing the situation, screening the environment to find out say so pass a ball say they will lose possession and they would have to transit back. General decided from 45 meters or back connected this particular ball on target. Now talk about Lewandowski assist. Lewandowski is known for goal scoring. CFA ball into at the back of the net. Now count the number of English players that are boxing at this point. 7. So it becomes very tight situation, very tough. So I'll be connected to now. Lewandowski is trying to turn himself into a playmaker, having about 6 or 5 Polish players within the area. This is where the creativity from a striker is needed. Lewandowski and the Chile the one yet a control ball is finding space, trying to lob in the cross and a player not connected. Very nice, but never talk about Lewandowski in terms of goal scoring. In creativity, we're defining a home against England, and that was how a general Munya the equalizer or my share points. And
my feet, Marie so, okay. Upon the way for Accra, Tessano. Good morning. I think you're making Andy sound like I hate Ronaldo, but that isn't what he meant. Okay. Upon the way for Accra, Tessano. Please, good morning. I think you're making Andy sound like he hates Ronaldo, but that isn't what he meant. We were all here when Balora made some unpardonable errors, which led to a goal. When he missed a pass from a defender. But you all said, even the here, that's worse than that. Please, can I also say you hate the here? Please, even Hazard is still playing for Madrid. Obrimpon, Obrimpon, you are missing the point. Abalora, yes, I'm mistaken. Boy, I dream man pa. And son, and also so. What I can say the here, no, yes, I know, be and can was him. And I said, Ubia can say, and the first time Ubia is a mistake, Nana. I'm on for you, but that baron here can was him. Okay? Now, Joe, good morning, please. I need your panel to help me. Cedar Village FC, a second division at Kwabre East, was expected to play their last match against Royal Kumapim from Mampon at Dumanafo Park in the just ended second division league. Unfortunately, Royal Kumapim couldn't show up during the match. which happened to be their last match. My worry is Royal Kumapim from Mampong have rather been awarded the 3 points instead of Cedar Village. Cedar Village FC has been deducted a maximum 3 points for not playing that game. Kindly help me because I'm confused. The
last time I'm a common point, me pentemuntia will be a sort to us watch them. Okay. So quickly after we could break now, me find out.
All right, Mr. I hear mommy.
But so
okay.
But first match na be Future Stars 3, Kumasi Sports Academy 0.
Oh, okay.
It's a Genasi they are naturally Future Stars qualify
from Group A.
From Group A.
Okay.
Some of what you coach again on the score sheet. 3 goals on a row.
Wow. Accra Hartlepool must take advantage of the first leg of the encounter with their Guinean counterparts slated for the Accra Sports Stadium and advance to the next stage of the CAF Champions League. They must let the unfortunate political instability in Guinea be a blessing in disguise to their fortunes. Greetings to Al Hassan Sule Banda of Gosu, Alhaji Mama Saleh Fiwanchi Banda line, and so the way Brian. So good morning to you and your panel. Here is another reason to be worried regarding Black Stars journey to Qatar 2022. Both Zimbabwe and Ethiopia have been placed in the COVID-19 red-listed countries, meaning Ghana will not have their key players for those games. I will advise CK Akono not to call our England players in order to prepare the rest of the teams without losing them in the return match. Raphael would we free a year takrade and so and Abrayan and Anopay. Mamiko Awal Mohammed, Namishade Abrantes with the by. At the same,
Yamiadum said you.
I'm on 40.
Ah, okay. And on a bet to just say Carlos Queiroz, the Egyptian Football Association, Animun as the new national team coach for the Pharaohs of Egypt. Who's after Hussam El Badri in 9 games, our boy, when you have 5 wins, 4 draws, he did one lose any game, but Omun say almost standard no day to no more nobody more from. Sergio, one thing almost criticizing and say the selections, yeah, and Trey. So just 48 hours after they gave Osam El Badri the sack, they decided to land on Carlos Queiroz, who has been jobless since the last spell at El Tricolor of the Colombian national team. Who says, "Washa, the last 3 jobs in a national team after free Portugal in 2010 and joining Iran. When you spell about 9 years with Iran from 2011 to 2019." Before Soko joining the Colombian national team. And so you any credentials, any profile, are they already bound board? This is a coach who has been an experienced coach. And also very interested in youth development. This was a coach who won the Under-20 Youth World Cup Championship for the Portuguese on 2 consecutive occasions in 1989 and 2001. In 1989, or the Paulo Sousa, who has been a teammate of Ibrahim Tanku at Dortmund, or the Joao Pinto, and Fernando Couto, who was also at a point captain the Portuguese national team. In 1991, or the Luis Figo, Rui Costa, Abel Xavier, and Luis Miguel. All these were guys who have passed through the youthful ages, our brother or coach at the youth level. And from that, when you stints over club side, Wakochi Sporting Lisbon, were assistant coach under at Sir Alexander Ferguson for about 2 occasions. Between 2002 and 2004, side on 2002 and 2003, no assistant or Real Madrid Kakra Ekonya 1 season. He bounced back between 2004 and 2008. Now he was even on the touchline deputizing Sir Alex Ferguson. Wabra Money Chelsea, Asia at the Luzhniki Stadium or finals now. A course Man United, they winning 2 post-match penalties. And this is a coach who has gathered a lot of experience. 68-year-old Wanam, and this is his second coming on the continent. Between 1999 and 2002, he has been the coach of the Bafana national team. I quite remember even Mali 2002 when we met in our second group game against the Bafana. The continued to a penalty. Emma Samir Jechino. He was on the touchline of the Bafana national team of South Africa. So Carlos Queiroz is the new man on the Egyptian touchline. He is going to be assisted by Omoamo Kon Petro, the Egyptians, El Said, who has been former player, Mohamed Shauki, he has been part and parcel of the team Omuji, the 3 AFCON titles for the Egyptian national team. Not a Shauki Garib assistant during the under-23 championship I call so Egypt. And also back the team of assistants, and El Hadari, who has been the national team goalkeeper, who has won 3 consecutive Nations Cup with the Egyptians, and also by the goalkeepers trainer. So Carlos Queiroz Sejo is the man who has taken over the mantle at the Egyptian national team. Yebeshe who is going to bring on board. One thing is problematic, and they say Emre in Ninafa. Because within the World Cup qualifiers na yashas here, omo di kan bo Angola, omo wini 1 omo ball 1-1 against Gabon. No na draw no, omo nya red card kwai no na this same by Pamo Hussam El Badri. Now Obabe take over our double header against a high flying Libyan team. On also winning the 2 consecutive games on the group. So I can only wish him well. He's an experienced coach, who gather a lot of experiences, and this is a coach who needs no any introduction when it comes to football. Carlos Queiroz is the man who is taking over the mantle at the Egyptian national team in Farouz. So Joe Amaju Pinnick here, NFF, Nigeria Football Federation, Omo president, and one bought Nimranti and Abaso Super Eagles. So much say they own the World Cup qualification because 2 games in those World Cup qualifiers now. They won against Liberia in Lagos. Even there in Toyama Teche SA Park, but yet still they managed to win. They also met Cape Verde. In Cape Verde, they conceded first. Victor Osimhen equalized, and they had an own goal on the part of the Cape Verdeans. A bomb 2-1. So Joyana a World Cup qualifiers like this. Wow, money braced the be person qualify no. From matches make I even proud to the 2008 World Cup no. 2018 World Cup qualifiers no. Nigeria first 3 matches or winning Okoshe Zambia 2-1, Oshe Algeria 3-1, and Osashe Cameroon 4-0. And no was an enemy. And no Amaju Pinnick and Sema Odia Tuja, say NFF president, Adia Super Eagles. I think so. My idea. So they are on the right track going forward as the World Cup qualifiers bounce back next month in October. And Sergio Imara Ducanu is also the teenager who is making the strides. She's also add up to Leila Fernandez among the teenagers in the semi-finals of the US Open Ecosono.
Okay, Yansan Emma Munina Kwababio na Afeya Deni Ebetrefi kwa Miki Betrasi na Odi Fien Seminina Enso Eguho Ede Amaye Ufe Kessben Television. Sanso Ena UTN Live Ewo Enkran Kessben Radio 92.9 93.3 Kumasi. Yemra fiensem so kwa Miki Betrasi na fa fiensem nyina no ebre. Bernard Bongrit also each and every patriotic Ghanaian is praying for Heart of Oak to make Ghana proud in Africa. It only takes non-Ghanaians to wish the downfall of the Continental Club Masters. As simple as that. Kenya say and this message if we ever Mamin ko sledge ho na interior no so ekai. Good morning Wofa. When will Manchester United fans stop their intolerance? And do they think an old man with tied legs like Ronaldo will be running on defenders like he used to do some years ago? Obakokra umpum ni adieno ehadwen. Kofia mo so ni me adwen.
Me adwen. So ne
onyinia.
Anya bobo.
Obakokra anya bobo nko.
Juma ye bia se bio ehia strength, energy, and even breath. Krano.
Unyini na ahodeno eso so ka papa na trotro o de ahoden uze trotro be siwo na nipa guo bebre ya na mom guo no de ahoden
first na quarter for no yes keleta you two hu wura akire no ayinum window no you two hu rombo
tamo ya branded is mono either so on the first and second we wura trotro no mo prikidi and oh yes ya na awon yes ya na awon it's be cars be 4 elodu
want uncle
ni na untimi mfonko so dina ono say wura dia kom kuro de sabon bo
me family
car front access
car front so
so no pa Ronaldo pa na everyone say Andy came say
but afu car from the experience on it one into pan can say
I go make car for na say
car for yampa tafu car na the skill na fu try do can do Morocco na o to hura because ko fa get na si to cause of change
it problem now
na from sa na put tafu no
Ronaldo car for na say na what you can do
wa ni say ni ese mre ho yi
Kojo Masha, good morning. Yeah, to also the abamo. Your messages no kakra. Makai sledge the maybe Michael Abebi also the by Michael is saying we all saw how Thomas Dia transformed the Ash Gold team to the point of losing the FA Cup finals on penalties to the best team in Ghana currently. But my big worry is what's preventing Ash Gold from signing a professional contract with him for the next season. Ash Gold have signed Dwarf's coach, and per my investigations, they have planned to sign a white coach. I can't get it. Why and how? The Kwame just sought permission to leave a crucial meeting on the basis of having an emergency issue to attend to, even to the point of vote of no confidence from the board members. I know this issue will be called by Manshia very soon. Nada Otumfo is in town. Naro, please, can you throw more light on it for us? Michael Abebu, yes, I'll come back and go. This guy's issue. Lawyer Kwame Boafo is saying, good morning. Also, folks, you now realize how shrewd Klopp is. It was not for nothing that he didn't pursue the signing of Timo Werner. Okay. Mami mfa mienu bi nka ho na fi yemme toaso kwa make transit the fiesem no eba. So we Phobian supporters give thanks to the Almighty Allah for playing our Champions League game once on our home soil. Sergio, this match will be a do or die affair. Audophobia, Bokrum Zongo, down so the Aba, I don't know. Mami Didi na fi yen toaso emfa mamo. Did they say, I've noticed that anytime Nana Yamponsa grants an interview, some Kotoko fans delightfully jubilate. Sincerely, I've never seen anywhere that a big club's fans have become obsessed with mere interviews and make merriment over them. It is a new thing in the world, but I'm worried because it results from the fact that some Kotoko fans have become very gullible. Boss, Kumasi Asante Kotoko is an achievable club in Ghana and Africa, so there can't be any argument that Kotoko isn't a purposeful club. But these latest signs of showering unnecessary praises is making the club aimless. Let me harmlessly ask that what problem has yesterday's interview solved? I don't know any information that was given yesterday that we haven't heard before. Is it a matter of giving audience to platforms that seems to be economical with the real happenings? Boss, some of us will be more interested in helping Asante Kotoko avoid entering the ditch rather than exercising mediocrity and sycophancy. I agree, the Kotoko boss, the Kotoko CEO is an intelligent gentleman, but he should learn how to use his intelligence to solve problems. Didi, anyway, free Akuma than senior high school, and so Abreye. Come make your kwaba.
Dinner, me Josu announce baby I find it.
No about to be a
then I'm just waiting to see the baby shishin and I may be sense. Miss me out to me, me bear and see baby shishin.
Only a minute.
Oh, no, to it.
Why, Bondi?
That's how TV to me change.
Oh, not in the baby shishin. I can't shishin. In a rain morning.
Let say, can't watch it.
No, I just had to studio.
Hey, go get a boy in the whole TV.
Bisu, I'm not in the down.
There's a move. There's a move. But that's all, sir.
The pada or the worker, so no address. Mickey,
Sunday minimum. Don't say me this some more.
Apply the
Fitiano,
no, is a book or my bed to the book. I know you.
No, I was okay. I've been for him do for 2 days of a problem. I've been for him
football and a half tower quite a tree.
What do you cheat around with the bread? If you are winning, never can go to see me.
John Pro.
You are free.
General Becker, Kumasi Asante Kotoko board meeting, of course, the CEO of the club, a board meeting, or Kasese can board the man of Kwaya, and call Omoman opportunity non confirm David Obeng, or an acting communication director, the Mabubukuno, on confirming, and what confirm is David Obeng as the substantive director of communications at the Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the David Obeng communication and brands manager, and then say title Kumasi Asante Kotoko a day ama David Obeng. Then when you to Coach Ernest Thompson, when a coach Edema Ashgood Bobokono, so there are two Ashgood management in him, say Bawa Babeso Jumedi General, on what an assistant coaches a day ba, or an assistant coach Babi Juma. The Abua club no. It is likely say coach Thomas Dia the Jumedia would in a bebana we a war Ashgood because also the two assistant coaches and Eba a Bobo kwa your friend Ashgood mo and your coach Ernest Thompson and so a dear and no. The general Mamingo Ashgood set or say our player the Ashgood said the Kumasi Asante Kotoko bre as Omopeno already medically to just Kotoko new coach one more fan matise is 80% say so maybe prosper net is on nebe coach Ediama Kotoko no ono na fra brante ni tu nanim say opese oman bisi oba Kotoko abrante no so there two Ashgood mpenyefo anim say opese oba Kotoko and I'm so much champion so kipi boy no si akan Edema Ashgood nti make say akwese Ashgood for pesa brante netana brante no and so movie and so echo a club Kumasi Asante Kotoko and no necessary edom general set or say yes or chichu bebre you know the general no situation a was abrefa set or say and so Richmond Lamte there general is concluded from Interlice Kotoko Interlice for vie I must say Richmond Lante 3 years and Obabisi Akan and Emma Kotoko first year 4,000 second year 4,005 final year 5,000 Ghana cedis and an Sabeka no signing on fee and Unisika and Nasa Shishia who met me aye ediato a day amano a branch feno Eric Oforientry the Atenese Mediama Sporting Club for one more Equaco report a Bobo Kefe Legon Cities at a Kokoma Ghana Football Association or me GDS Kwaya Branteno Afaso Efrion Genoa Washasi any Legon Cities a training a training
Legon Cities a kit
a war Kofodia and as I say when Legon Cities a training according to Museum Chese Mediama for a man quine so Legon Cities any training
Legon Cities a busa
negotiations koso
what busa or what from
me the other side I remember the other side
and you call Legon Cities but you must have brand and show Montadi
I was Montadi
Kundi or Shantaliano
and the Kund
Mediama Marquino
Tanuni situation of Sabri and general no the other side in there Franco Naro
any manager
who your production maybe new production away no
okay Mame Famra
now but I say you're not being fair to me
Mame Famra
answer question was what the other side yes or no
the boss na
big stories
they will be who so show
the other side then say Legon Cities GDA say women mediama for rich agreement say abrantin ba besi akan e dia momo na even kra no mediama for na man kwan say obetimi ene Legon Cities for ayi train sana Legon Cities for
e na me pe
so mama na kwan
so de kan wana bala
so obetimi ayi training e di ama wo mo amomo abrantin no agreement already no general
ba ku
chantro Baku koti 70,000 and Baku so koti 45,000 into Omunya rich agreement. Baku so man kwan
Kenya san komo fa nye train and ba ko sisi da bi me ma okwan nti se de o kan ba ku twanto nti gisi ekumi na yehwe se de situation na esitie na January eno se de na na mposa commercial Asante Korokosio one Star FM ekodi nkomo na naba na moa na ekodi nkomo bebre ewo ho na abeka se Franco Naro kasa no kase nhihia waye se Kumasi Asante Koroko betimi atom players every Ghana kwama because right to dream for timi tom player ama no kwama no nti se Kumasi Asante Koroko a build a very good academy e betima bo makotoko etima tom players ama no ne o kan sansem ne ntie emunchemu.
That happened. What am I saying? Kotoko cannot sell established players to make so much money. If you come to the transfer, the reason I'm saying that our football economy is an export one. So if you're going to export players, what are the kind of players that are exported? Which players attract the best fees? The young ones. So we need to establish an academy that will produce these super talents like Right to Dream is doing and selling players abroad. I mean, in the last 2 years, 2 players they've sold for 30 million euros through their club in Denmark. Right. If Right to Dream has 20% of that, that's 6 million euros. That's some money. Why shouldn't the Kotoko Academy be bigger than the Right to Dream Academy? Because Kotoko has a name already. You understand? They've had it in and out, but I think that the models haven't worked. That's why we have come. We signed a partnership deal with Southampton Football Club of England, which has one of the best academies in the world, produce some of the best players from Alan Shearer to what's the name of Gareth Bale, Adam Lallana, Oxlade Chamberlain, etc. To try and follow their model to build one of the best academies in Ghana and West Africa or Africa, so that we can produce talents who can go for lives of $5 million, etc., so that you can use that money to sustain the senior players and develop further.
Kumasi Asante Koroko CEO no de sanse mo tudwa wasa so so sabre Kumasi Asante Koroko players ne bi o ma meet expectation e bi mso nyoma je say o ma extend o contract ya fee no Kotoko betima to bet to 5 to 10 players and abomo ebeto mo.
Definitely, we need to beef up the team, and it's a very delicate thing to do. Many times, people think just bring in players. No, I still maintain that our team was the best, considering all that we went through. Any player that is coming, very much so. Listen, I've been reading rumors that we've gone to chase this player, we didn't get him. It's not true. Our targets are still intact. Our targets are there are players that use Kotoko to sell themselves. So they use their bloggers and their friends in the media to say, oh, Kotoko is chasing me. Then they end up at Olympics and they said, oh, Kotoko wanted me. We're targeting between 5 and 10. 5 and 10 because there are going to be departures. There have been departures already. People's contracts have ended. Some didn't perform to the level we wanted. Some in those whose contracts have come to an end. Some we are trying to renew. Some we've renewed. Others we don't want to renew. I mean, which is normal. There are others whose contracts are coming to an end that we don't want to renew because, of course, you do the appraisals not in the last season as far as I'm.
General mama family no so kasai fa Ghana Football Association so GFA no eyo ma famu de no so GDA say there be see a ball league pa na any headline sponsor de enya de a eboa. So GDA so some year more because you bought Ghana Premier League, no headline sponsor. Apart from that, Kotokone has bar stadium near Mark 40,000 per NTA.
For the FA, I think they are doing their best, but people can only work within their capabilities, and based on their plan. Everybody has a plan in this life. If I know you go there, but if I was the FA president, maybe I would have had a different plan. They are executing the plan according to what they envisaged. Then fair enough, but of course we are playing a league without sponsorship, which has been there for a few years now. You cannot play a league without sponsorship. I mean, media rights in terms of TV rights, I don't think that we are earning enough. In this day and age, sports is all about pay-per-view. If you look at Accra Sports Stadium, if let's say Hassan Kotoko are playing at Accra Sports Stadium. The maximum you can have in there is 40,000, but you can have 5 million people watching out of the stadium. Monetize that. Are we monetizing our media rights? Well, that's a question to be answered. For the
but general me for breaking news when so Gary Marvel Hospital wo eye kotwi eja to ye papa say ehyi bubububu pa nti esrese eye fire service for mo be hono monko eye hospital no monko emboayen na eja no enfio Gary Marvin Hospital Gary Marvin Hospital eno wo ye kotwi na sabre si eja enso ato na general ye busan se sabre wo gidi se tension ewo Kumasi journalist no eni ntemu ana o say a perceived tension na ewo
shouldn't be. I'm not an arrogant man. I'm a very confident man who does what he believes in and does it to the latter. I believe that change management is a difficult thing. One of the difficulties I've had at Kotoko, when people are used to a certain way of doing things and you come and your direction is different, they find it difficult to adjust. It takes time. And so I understand it. I am one person that if I walk in here and you say Nana Abba did it this way, this person did it this way, that person did this, I'll ask, did they succeed? What happened eventually? Okay, if they did not get to the destination, then I want to go. Definitely I'll go my path. If I fail, it's the same failure that they had, but at least I've given myself the chance of trying something. So, you know, and people are not used to, when people are not used to your style, there will be clashes here and there, but when they come to one, everybody has a mindset or a motive for what they do. You know, growing up, we had this saying, you know, it's still around, that there's no smoke without fire. To be honest with you, I don't listen to the radio, I don't watch television. My hands, and I don't want to hear somebody talk about me in a way that I do not know myself.
Nana amposa isio de makumasi asa general me de sorry so no eye Yaya Muhammad Usina kai de man Bobo Kwefe de Biana Stars uprai long injury say wa shit trainer say e de ma Biana Stars this season say ogidi say modern mono ebokosro pa e de fie nsem no esia.
All right. Premier League should hurry up and resume. I just saw an Arsenal fan Achi smiling on television. Why do anyway free precia and so Abba Obasa Chi Jai Sireno. Only yes. Yes, and he said, yes, league Nasa on dance. Okay, we just offer questions can crave. Yeah, but it's here the Academy of Trousers. Found him back home. Yeah,
This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
And again, Mamintiwe, Yanko Iruka Krebi, and the Black Stars, I say more. Yes.
Okay. Well, you know, the Michel Sablon Academy, the quality about in world football. Now, Meka. Players about the Belgium national team that is called the Red Devils. After 1986, they won the World Cup. They get closer in 2018 World Cup, beating Brazil and played in the semi-finals, lost to my friend the Blues of France. In the UEFA League of Nations, by the Euros, no, and after huge quality of talent, still Sanfa. And the Italians no more do and to do so I show more talent here, almost produce quality baby. But in recent times, dear, and I'm the injury warrior of Eden Hazard in Real Madrid, and how he's struggling to live up over there. The inconsistency of Kevin De Bruyne because of injuries. Company Aqua now such Chadley Mo to me are to the top. Toby Alderweireld and Jean Vertonghen are on their way out. The only surviving player in their 5 back, they are Branty FN Courtois. Internet Belgium national team na nipa ba ko pe na agi ne din I'm talking about Romelu Lukaku. Nenona partner man say he look unstoppable. So actually in the last 1 year, and a performance or Dema Inter Milan, Edoma G League for the first time in 11 years in Kwa. He was outstanding in the Italian Serie A. Even in the European competition, boy and Oman Timmy and the Europa Cup, Omulusu to Timmy friend Sevilla. But again, Romelu Lukaku was outstanding. So in the Champions League, Oman Timmy qualify in the group of Borussia Mönchengladbach, Real Madrid, and then Shakhtar Donetsk. But again, Romelu Lukaku did win. Onya move back to Chelsea, no be a share you beat me. But in the first 2 games, again, Romelu Lukaku was outstanding, especially in the game against Arsenal. So in the last 2 games, Belgium, in the game against Estonia and the game against Czech Republic. So do again, Romelu Lukaku was saying in those games. In TNS, so watch a game, now you can't Belgium for now. Nobody talks about Hazard, nobody talks about Kevin De Bruyne, nobody talks about Azel Witsel, and no one talks about Courtois. The name is Romelu Lukaku. Now, so person who in the national setup, go back and watch the Belgium against Brazil in the 2018 World Cup. He was all over the place. On the right, at the center. Now, Roberto Martinez demanded that particular day. On my branch, I friend, Marcelo, a hell of a time. And only a Juma Guswa or Bo, Edema the Belgium national team. 100 caps, 67 goals scored. And even the top players I can do have time and check the record of Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. Some born 100 games, how many goals no mashe Ediama Omo country. Belgium intimate trophy under this talent factory, Michel Sablon Ediba, from that particular academy. But again, Romelu Lukaku is one player all time and again. Say a bra now struggle on Manchester United. Or West Brom, or Everton, and Nedia, he has arrived. Now, arrival and for only the teams in Europe, the team called Chelsea, but in the national team, he continued to excel. Yenya Ronaldo, Yenya Lionel Messi, taking European game by storm. But Omukra national team, there are times and then Lukaku only needs to win a trophy to crown his quality and the number of goals watching the Belgium. I totally agree. Abraham is unstoppable. So Robert Lewandowski or see and there's also ye number 9 for Munimba. Obey you on one. No, yeah, Abraham, a friend of Karim Benzema. But I feel Romelu Lukaku is on his way to the elite land to join the best of strikers in the world game. Marco van Basten say Donny van der Beek is not a big boy and he chose a wrong club. So there's a plan. There's a blend of football and the total football no muntu guda. Inti Jirapike say openi a friend Jose Maria Bartomeu. He belongs to the West President Omaba in Barcelona. All because the idea of the total football under him, the importance of the La Masia were missing. And transfers openi ni the best for Barcelona. Coaches of fire the best for Barcelona. But so they have a brand of football. Into other places, they play with a pattern. The structure is there. What will be fresh up, baby? I'll be Sheba. So quality now, possessing through the ranks now, be there. And the moment I ask Ebeba to the top in terms of European competition, talent now, but the Bebana said, you almost don't be at the several teams in Europe. Now, I can't see your teams to be the moment our boys or more players don't ever to the top or performing so well in European competition. No one will say, I failed here. Talent ni be arrival into some of the co-market in the Cocoton. Into Olympic Leonel for ne Bape. No, so almost the Karim Benzema, Babe Jessica. No, so be the Florent Malouda, Babe Jessica. Say Dortmund for ne Bape. No, so almost the Dembele and Christian Pulisic. And it did Sancho Babe Jessica. That is what they are known for. And no Hakoswa. Into Tamba. I have one qualified to the semi-final for the first time since 1996. No, you talent on the buy. Omo final. Abra omutimi eje ye no ye won so omuja Marco Vamas mu Michael Raziga Frank de Bois Clarence Seedorf and all those guys in one kokano mu omu fukoe nti omuduru this time no ye hwe de Hakim Ziyech bebo and a quickly move to Chelsea ye hwe Matia Delit no move to Juventus ye who Frank de Jong call Barcelona and then Donny van der Beek was the last person on also move to team friend Manchester United e die na bema open your friend Marco van Basten akase Donny van der Beek chose a wrong club, and again, it is easy to play the number 10 role in the Eredivisie than the EPL. So that's all shit Donny van der Beek. can't be brave. I find a performance. Then the ball or body Manchester United and Yama Enkoyi. 19 game for United last season or say one go pay. He feels that when you born but opportunity in him farmer. So a style of player typically, and then I'm a catcher Franco say Donny van der Beek. I will agree with Marco van Basten. Say he chose a wrong club. And the brand of football of Manchester United isn't clear and only a one. Again, United team is a team that depends on a range of passing and precision. And there are teams from dominance in deep midfield or in central midfield. Manchester United into social Manchester United in baby on my perform be midfielders are ragged midfielders or near ding midfielders or more energy. Obi Beka say oh na say Mark Carrick now on Tessa. But the start of Carrick from Tottenham Hotspur to Air Manchester United. Now the start of SU to sell that Chapman Ferguson so well. But unfortunately, in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you don't need a passer in your midfield. It's so much afraid that or the near dinner Manchester United, a midfield now I force the man. Oh, you know, but again, Untimin Casa the further you know from Saturday night in terms of performance, living or dema, and no been out to Donny van der Beek. Thiago Alcantara chose Liverpool, and the brand of football for Liverpool and Manchester United is similar. I acquire the English type of football. It is our 10 and now 360. Now go into the Crofton and other skill out the bar. Oh, Brett. Basajo, oh, you passer, choose Chelsea now. Choose Manchester City now and you are good to go. But the moment you choose Liverpool and Manchester United, they depend on direct football, they depend on efficiency, and they don't spend so much time with the ball. It will show Popoba or your aunties me no name son. Almost say Popoba eche or ball hododo. Almost say Popoba ekere ball no. Why? Because that is not their brand of football. And Thiago Alcantara or started so well after spraying the passes against my friend Chelsea. But from that time to be seen there, Horace Alcantara. League in the cry bono, saying what me and Yabo. And again, the same thing applies to Donny van der Beek. And again, Oberside had Dutch players and I say, about Manchester United and after Ruud van Nistelrooy. Daily blame.
Kessben Sports. 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 Kessben Sports.
Kessben, if you no so kakre, good morning. Hope you and your crew are doing well. I really like Andy Kemp's analysis. Nicholas Wilfrin na Abba. If the Yamponsa, he said that Santiago is going to sign between 5 and 10 players to beef up the squad. My question is, why is he doing the likes of Jemfi, Ganiyu, Anan, Habib, etc.? Because these players have few months left on their contract. They should do something on these experienced players for us because we don't want to lose them. Okay, there also the Abba. No. Joe, ask a chief for me as an executive council member. When are they sending Coach Samabuadu for the refresher course? They promised the coach who wins the league. Who promised who wins the coach of the season? Because the season will start very soon. Joshua Lamte Chabala Laguna so drusu na way a brain.
And I think that's at the appropriate time. And then we did all COVID something no time period. No, I'm not sure say a bay immediate we say.
Come plans
oh, of course, yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, Bosa said the perceived tension between the Santi Kotoko and Kumasi media is because they are used to one-sided way of thinking and doesn't give room to any changes. My question is, didn't he say he's going to change the media landscape it's going to change the media's way of doing things, of doing their sports. What's happened? Ajimandia, Doha, the Diba. Kofi, so what I said there, Memra Hona, Simabe Insia.
Okay. I'm preview Don Jans, Mr. Wa, the mammy 1 minute pay. I'm not for Phoebe, Eddie Kaya Bobo, or Secretary. Out there, teach me time, Abobo, or Secretary, on the President of Vision FC, and Ketekrikus right hand man. And the chief of staff for the Ghana Football Association. Any birthday, me wishing happy birthday. Is a brother. I mean, yes. Okay. Minimum ket time. Numudu. Okay. Also about school kumasi IMS. I know kwame catching in the community minimum that before Ketekruku and Vision FC.
Chief of staff. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Oniba Nana Sidu a morning show. To me FM and birthday. And Genevieve na Mali Kui Heart of Folk. So. Whole host of people. I'm not sure, Mickey, story whether a can be or the one can two. So as good as signing new coach, and the coach is bringing 2 assistant coaches. It then means I'm not Thomas Dua Ebecon chain. It's one thing I would object to it. I would object to it because of the ruler Thomas Dua a player. In the past, Ashanti good. So I most times, but there's one assistant coach who knows the in and out of the club. Until your coach Ubana Onya de Abeko, then assistant coach, at least is there. In between time, coach is changing, he takes time, he takes over, and Tomajo has played that role excellently. But what do you mention? First of all, he has the qualification to begin with, and to me. Maybe when you support to cry, he can be a man of his own. The coach is Thomas Joe was there. He's coached the team. Even our FA Cup ball semi-final, final. In the final with Hearts of Folk, we saw an ability with the backroom staff, Newton, and other people in our support. So if Thomas Basso saw the 2 assistants, so we're also going to have 3 assistant coaches. I think that management should also be able to tell him. Say be a 1 assistant coach or this is Ghana and Ghana football is running now. Into be our Yasano will be able to back up, but there's 1 assistant coach or but for him to bring 2 assistant coaches, which would then mean that Thomas Dua should exit the club there. You are only advice.
I will.
Because I've known Ashanti good in the last we say. Okay. How many times the coach is in Manko? But there's always somebody. It used to be Mambu. Then he left. And Thomas Dua has played that role. Can be coaches between time at Thomas Dua and good Batman. You can count more of coaches Abako. But he's always been there to be the stopgap coach. In this I friend is saying Thomason Oba Nessa Onyadia, na club Nessa. You go with your assistants. So they'll be whole. But what I say, there'll be that vacuum.
Okay. But coach is super. Assistant coach is bit me transfer.
Hi Ghana. Kotokone recruitment coach Ben Ghana team is now the top players. The first you can come. Coaches be about 2 assistant coach or Ashanti go they work with them. If you are bringing say also 2 year to assistant. That coach team is for 1 bra. Now 1 or hodada. Sana me person me. Let's say be a team is saying no and tell you to request now Obana.
Especially where who Thomas Dua so perform.
What? Yes.
In Ash Gold's match against Accra Hearts of Folk, my goodness.
You saw who is Anna Juma.
Yes.
Only point recent, because last year, 2021, and this is 2019 and 2020. I've forgotten. Match is so crucial away to Kaela.
Always a Tommy part of the team.
Kaela, he went and won that game, away Kaela. Now coach no call back no buy or sit and then they call. So there was that, Sikovic. No, Sokovic. Italy, Nibi.
I can't wait 2-3 minutes.
Yeah. Mami for mama.
Oh, sir. Umbasobaka Bibia Assembly.
No.
Because Nana Yamponsa Assembly for Ghana Football Association. Senka me monetize matches be
No. Yeah, what coming. No, it's an important thing. He's right. Said there could be other means to generate funds in running football, and indeed, it is not something to be a and that's one thing I would disagree. Say, in fact, so a big problem say I conclude I can't find out where I say yes, because the companies came often about more than 1. you need to analyze now and then make sure say you cross the T's and all the dots now. Why now? Because you see, running GFN is different from running the football club. But what I say, for instance, any content producers, I agreement back and forth, I hold meetings, and I serve on that committee. What you expect, for instance, say club, we run a club. That's a company but not super mouth. To say cheek, you have $50,000. It's easy for you to say yes. But you $50,000 for GFS over Chama clubs, and I bet you say. But what I say, that's one. Number two, for instance, Kotokoni Chico agreement. Kotoko Babo Nua Dibu. Chik Kotokaye publicity. Also be much no cheap. So the supporters should pay. And this is supporters loyal to the club. So people paid. I don't know they want me match no. But did they refund the money to the people?
No.
Who says can other so who? Now if it's a GF in ISA say be you match and many man go for to. Do you think people, because there's no supporter for the GFA, but Kotoko, these are supporters. Are you getting me? To what would you can you are contributing to your club?
GFA now Korea team na airborne.
And American
airborne no supporters.
No, say GFA na Jinko Fusika, you are paying the money to GFA. Oh no, that's a match at the 90 man maswa. There will be some means to you refund. It you need to negotiate away in and send in a agreement no. Are you got what I'm trying to say? A sick needing to pay.
Yeah, pay.
Did you watch the game?
No.
But what was Usika? Because you support Kotoko, do visa this cannot contribute to Kotoko. But imagine a Ghana Football Association when you are under all those ethics in Nomanomina, Nigeria according to Fusika, you say matching team. So when you are dealing with
the match behind me, muscle, so be a matches be Basso.
Now, particular one be when it does. So I'm saying, say, what will go into negotiations at that level might be a bit different from when you are doing with club. What is the message? Because a lot of things have to go into it, and it's an area a generative seeker. It might not be
a good advice.
Oh, never. Let me just say it's something we've been doing. Yeah. This is a discussion. At least when we after discussing, you need two companies. One is based in the UK, and the other one is in Ghana. You know why the negotiations are. I do level about this and sign agreement, but we need to fine tune it. Say in situations, how do you remedy issues a bit me arise, especially what you say we see okay say in that case this is we so this is better be taken. So all those things are important things.
Oh, wow.
But what must say? So a good thing. A good thing.
Kotokoni no adi we kra yentimi anhwe for 1 second ground game no no. Dey na buy I think
there was a technical.
Yeah, probably.
No, so COVID disqualified.
Match now starting. Views are me who serious.
Yes. So at an area to generate money. I mean, positive
reflect what council.
I'm saying, say, so if you're a Kotoko supporter, now what you say, you know, say you've contributed to your club, so you don't mind demanding Usika back. Okay. But GFA and Wako Kanamana, we expect the GFA to deliver. If they don't deliver, you expect some sort of refund and Abibisa. Do you have that means to do those things? So you need to, as
a journalist, which me interested, it was our views on any security bus at time Kitwana. A genetic saying, Emma Santicoto.
Yeah, but cannot run the GFA, no one running the SAR.
No, the
people will pay and they will not even know how much is generated.
Say, 30,000 views, or 22,000, 30,000, 40,000 views. At a particular time, Skasay and it made genetics at time, no views, it made the break club.
Yes. That's important. Somewhere
interesting.
Or say
the break to us at time.
Yeah, I think about easy. First of all, how much the
amount of 22 views, 22K views, you are talking about 33,000. Because each person was paying 15 cities.
Yeah.
15 cities, no array.
Not free phone him. Free phone him.
So subscribe it.
Say be how one subscribe. Maybe I'm free and I say maybe they gratis.
Subscribe. Okay, I don't know, but I will be I'm sure it's talking.
Some way never said that at 200 years back. We they teach him now later I hear him. Now,
Sergio, needing kind Dr. Daniel also answer. Mami Manichenkwa, board chair of Ghana Publishing Company, and the Abayana Sade Ashen and BMT. Dr. Daniel also answer. Achiwa Oba.
every time Biano is one of the guys I'm so proud and Sebi Predators do on channel home. What I say? And I know was answer.
Okay. Quickly on Michael Abibi say Mamin can be kakrebi otum for anopeme team and share kakra. Now what I was told is amamre kwans no hini fra kwenti ombasi ya enene da ohine tenase no mudi fia mane nyina abono. Nto mudi fia mane nyina abono se ya amamre kwans no ohwe ifie no ayebusuya na de agent hwewie ansa na obehwa santeman enso nsem. My information is that say odupon kesi bi nso tutu ho ntini nyina ba keka wonti Michael Abebi ohene de na no beto kotoko nsem hwe ni mu ne ade no emze sa manfu benya abotre kakra he dia ebeba. Quickly, David Obin Nyako appointed, confirmed as the communications and brands manager. My memory is for me, I think that the fact say nimpenyin for dia adwuma share nsa akase na adwuma na so many and until ma confirming from acting role to a permanent role no, it means that the young man has done well and I think he deserves the commendation. Then back to Nana Yamponsan Semno de Tutu Jano. First of all, I agree with him. Say GFA wa kwa hodwa ombe faso ede apesika de aboa league no. Na Kofi was trying to explain the bottlenecks and our challenges yeah na yedin the GFA so benya sponsorship as compared to clubs because club de okoje ya unku anti kakra bia obetumasum but GFA de ohwe clubs ahodo even premium when you are talking about 18 clubs into anya company and mfinso so a obetimatu esika kese a anhwe a woni ne sign heading. But whatever it is, we can ask for say, me da sami mamiawu na minuano no. GFA president and san obeje akunyano o shegana for o she football people for bo say obe mesika ba league no mu nyina aspende e dia league ni ye. So based on that promise, based on his own words, people are not so much interested in these challenges. He should make it work. O share a league na ye bona last season. Star Times, Sika, Omodema, Ghana football league, Premier League teams in Ma. They were supposed to give them 30,000 USD. Omobe started at 10,000 in the middle, 10,000. We are not 10,000 USD number. From my information, the last one is not yet paid. And there's so mutuya and no and Sakra near Sabe startia and no so much to their mom. Intisese ayeka say. Omodi can 10,000 na omo be start league na say the mom no the other one 5,000 omutua for when you be start second round na you we so mom 10,000 and no my ye ba be start foforo but obia na me be adwen say senior kroma for ya tiegu Star Times so amana ye popular kroma say senior nkrofo to omni ma senior subscribe ye e wo decoder no so any em phone so ni ade no they would have to make do their promise. I think the pressure from the FA should be more. And as a clubs no put pressure on the FA for the FA to put pressure on Star Time so that Sikana says Swano Krano or Munsabe to me I can say Sikano. So Nana Yamponsa say Kotoko Ushe Right to Dreams Academy. Players Omuton and saying always transfer 2 players 30 million euros. I think he was talking about Kamara Dean, Suleiman Ane, Abdul Majid, Kudus. Good. Onward transferred, Ebekobe 6 million to Right to Dream Academy. Now, say they did it through their partners in Denmark. So, you say, Ushe Asante Kotoko partnership deal with Southampton. And I was also speaking to some guys in the UK. Utim said clearly, say when your partner, our baby said Denmark, a number of these Eastern European countries now, you stand to have benefit more than say baby say UK near. First of all, it's almost impossible to transfer a player from Kotoko to the Premier League straight because on your work permit. You don't get the work permit. Say crowd almost I Brexit in the crowd. They are saying it is our partner with Denmark. Who share the requirements? Our player bit may move from Ghana to Denmark extremely easy as compared to say player be move from Ghana straight to England. So if you have a partner in England, one way a benefit I'll be nyano. Benefit is so limited. Now we are talking about, say, indeed, youth team, no? Oyetuma transfer players. It's been over almost 12 months and another 12 months now. What step Kotoko take towards establishing their youth team? Say even at least on paperwork, you put the technical team in place. And it become most started scouting now. But you haven't made a single effort to the extent that the technical team you came to meet for the youth team, it's even dissolved. To the extent so what effort is Kotoko making towards establishing the youth team? Let alone talk about, say, Kotoko, a big brand, or Nubetima Tong and Kwadakwa Bruchri Mo, as in Right to Dreams. They would have to do, they have to.
Bako first one now they be some of those will be
so try and put your answers on.
Yeah, try
because I want to crave your audience and because he says Kotoko will sign between 5 to 10 players. Whether is the right channel because the CEO says Kotoko did well under the difficult circumstances and they say mobile away from home. And the second Visa Kotoko is the best team in the league. TNA Kotoko is the best team in the league. Yet you are going to bring in up to 10 new players. So how do you juxtapose the two?
Young Comra, Nambwa, Yabasan Atwaso, the Chividi Krabi, Nafi Yababa Twaso de Mamo. You want some P. Eka. The FSA and some baby. You did a crab, Yaba.
Tell this special about so. Oh, my fat tanko. Oh, those who tell this special and work left for my
Yabas.
Yene Agbeve Heba Hospital ebedin komo ene ebedin komo da for diabetes no Dr. Kwaba.
So at this point, South Africa owe 2 strikers and they get into your area. Can we say we can't cater for these guys? Yet or not did this ball at Tumu and a referee put a ball and now, General, let's analyze the ball we are offside. And I say you're offside. On post the kit early. So you set up like this, no position at the ball to net. This is a clear onside. But referee the ball we say at the chair. Open ball no the Tumu Persitao. Look at the height. Check the height of Jonathan Mensah, Alexander Juku. Yet open ball we say Persitao, the shortest attacker of South Africa team. Open ball we say the net. Where was Ofori? The game reading ability and the awareness idea. Concentration levels are dropping to 0. So on the ball we in between 2 centre backs and the net. But referee say answer. And yes, I swing opportunities. Clean good.
Clean pa.
Yes. Ref in the chair. But be a Quebec say Quebec say Patrice Mosepi or DTA. But na sasa so and ye Jamayen.
So
Kisi baby a Mosepi out
here. Referee of one Africa as a calf wrestling.
Yes. But if